Solomon Dabadoa, or Greg Bilby Dabadoa. Hello, everyone. My name's Greg, or Solomon is my Cherokee name. I'd like to welcome you to the 73rd annual Cherokee National Cherokee National Holiday. This is the 20th anniversary we've had the Cherokee Holiday Art Show. We're here at the beautiful Chota Center. You can come down and check out beautiful pieces of artwork, and also the casinos next door. So when you check everything out here in the art show, you can go next door, get some entertainment. There's a lot going on this weekend in Tahlequah. The experts say the population triples because we have people coming down for the river, for the holiday, things like that. The last celebration for summer, we've got a lot going on. I know the big event tomorrow night would be the powwow. A lot of people come to that. Parade, Chief State of the Nation. There is a lot going on. One thing I want to jump off on real quick right here is this picture right here, Storyteller by Donnie Pendexter. Our Cherokee National Treasurer, Mr. Robert Lewis. This guy is an amazing talent. He actually taught me quite a few Cherokee stories, which got me going down the pathway to share, to venture out. I was able to go to Montana about 4 or 5 years in a row with a buddy of mine. He's long since passed, but I got to go because of the Cherokee stories, all because of this guy willing to share his talents and his gifts. So I'm so thankful for Robert Lewis, and someone drew a picture, and these guys are going to kill me, but I have to show this off before I forget. Right over here, we have an official, one-of-a-kind, Robert Lewis storytelling cornhusk doll. Someone actually made a doll in his image, and I think it's kind of cool because, Robert has given so much, and we have a lot of really talented artists here that are contributing. Some come back year after year. We've actually had a couple that have shown up that haven't been here in a while. Gary Allen. He's in. We're going to visit some of his pieces. Ron Mitchell. They've awarded them. Let me try to look here. Ron Mitchell, just newly nominated National Treasurer. He got the notification, the award last night. So we're going to visit some of his pieces. But I just thought that was so funny. My good friend Robert Lewis, and everybody else has a Barbie. Who has a cornhusk doll? Robert Lewis does. So we're waiting to see if any of the first ladies become a cornhusk doll. But among the other amazing art pieces, we've also got some jewelry, some wonderful jewelry, knives, clothing, things like that. Some beautiful pieces like this one right here in the center, Strength of a Woman by Tama Roberts. I love that. Then we've got one across the way we'll go visit again. Very beautiful. I like this turtle right here, Doxy. Looks like a ceramic turtle. Beautiful, beautiful piece. We got a ton of them. If there's anything you want to decorate your home, show off your heritage, whether it be Cherokee, Kiowa, Creek, Northern Cheyenne, whatever your background is, we've got all sorts of artwork. This is what I was talking about. Who We Once Were by Bill Glass. Just look at the amazing detail on that. If I can catch a few folks to talk to them and see what I can do. But like I said, we've got some amazing pieces. Basketry. Kathy Van Buskirk. She's put in pieces year after year after year. She does an amazing job, and she's passing along the round reed basket weaving, which Robert Lewis does. So, that guy, he's amazing. He sculpts, he draws. So, sir, can I bother you for a second? We're doing a live feed. Where are you from?
I'm a Cherokee citizen, but I'm from Seattle, Washington.
Oh, Seattle, Washington. So, you a Seahawks fan?
I'm a Denver Broncos fan.
So you probably got a lot of rivalry back home.
I got to be careful back back in Seattle.
So how many times have you come down here this year, or overall? Not this year, but overall.
I come down pretty much every year. A couple times a year, in fact.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how many years in rows does this make?
Boy, that's a good question. Well, I think I skipped last year. I think I wasn't here for the holiday last year. So this is the first time in a couple of years I've been back.
Does it feel good to be back?
It does feel good. It does feel good, and it's great to see people, meet old friends, and see this beautiful art here today.
Oh, it's amazing. It's amazing. So, and the weather today is kind of like Seattle, a little overcast.
It's just like home, yeah.
Well, we're so glad you came down here with us. Be sure to check out everything. Like I said, you going to the powwow tomorrow night?
I probably will. Yeah, I probably
awesome.
will.
Bring some comfortable shoes.
I will. All right.
All right. Thank you so much.
Very much.
And go buy something.
Thank you.
All right. So everything here made by Patrick Knowles. This ensemble right here got honorable mention. Everything was made by him. Sewed it all together, beadwork and everything. So if you want to take this home, wear it to the powwow, you can do that. But if you want to take it home with you for a conversation piece, a display piece, it's all here. It's available. The prices are listed. Like this one has a red dot, which shows that it's been sold. And this one says Psalms 127:5, and if I can remember my scripture, it talks about children being like arrows in a quiver, and they're such a blessing. So I'm really glad how he's got the flat reed, and how he's tied in possibly his faith, but also the scriptures, tying it in, and there's a lot of really great Cherokee speakers and ministers out there. One of our volunteers, her dad is 85, and she said a couple of weeks ago he did like 3 revivals in a row out there spreading the message, and sharing his faith. I like how that ties in. You can see all this beautiful artwork. Like this one's already been sold, and it's Deputy Chief's Youth. Brooks Henson, amazing job. I love the detail, what he did, and so you got recognized by the Deputy Chief. We have a lot of amazing young people out here, and that's what we need to do to pass on these arts and crafts, and these things we do. Well, it's much more than arts and crafts, but a legacy, of what we do. Like the basket weaving, the sculptor, things like that. Oh. There's a great piece I got to show behind me. You can tell I'm very excited. I've been volunteering for this for quite a few years, and it's amazing what we see. But passing on that heritage, of the traditions and things like that, like the storytelling, the basket weaving, the sculpture, the weaving, when they make the clothing and things like that, the old traditional and the new stuff. I'm glad they're really passing that along. This one, here is Ron Mitchell, the guy I was telling you about, the one who was just recognized as the National Treasure. Check real quick to make sure. Yes, newly recognized National Treasure. He's got a couple of pieces here. And if you're curious what else is going on for the Cherokee National Holiday, you can just type in on your phone, or at home, Cherokee National Holiday. It'll pull up a link, and there's all sorts of things going on. Parade usually starts around 10-ish. It just kind of depends. But Cherokee or Indian time, it'll start when it starts. After that, State of the Nation, then everybody can go check out like the art here, or wherever they want to go, check out some amazing pieces as we work our way around. I love this beautiful basket right here with the braided deer hide. It looks a nice little shoulder bag. Make a great Christmas present for someone. You can pick up some gifts. You'll have to swing it over here. This one right here, I love this. Legends of the Res. Lo and behold, Mr. Bigfoot himself. All done in beadwork, and I like how they have the OSU flag. That's my alma mater. But I love that. He's there on a bike. Looks like he's out in the mountains bringing in, those legends of Bigfoot. That is so great. Look at this detail. I love this. It kind of reminds me of the old masters, like when we studied like the Renaissance, or not Renaissance, but like Cezanne and Matisse. It's kind of got a fuzzy effect, almost like pointillism too. Her Secret Place, and it's already been sold. A lot of these pieces get picked up pretty quick, but I love, and if you're a horse lover, and I'm sorry if I'm jumping around, like I said, there's some beautiful pieces here. Nurture, that is a beautiful piece. I love the color and how that all comes together. And the textiles and materials. Felix Louise Udell. We've got birthdays on there. I see some shells. You got the waistband. And it is for sale. Jennifer McCaffrey. I love this gal. She actually does some fashion shows throughout the year, and she's a veteran too. And we've got a picture around the corner dedicated towards veterans. So a native veteran, an artist putting together ensembles. Come down and check this out. Might even wear it to the powwow tomorrow night. And as we make our way around, you can take out the Horse Warrior Shield. And here's this guy. He's known around Cherokee Nation. Roy Boney Jr., and I love his Sequoia Superman. He always makes a play like on, and I think he does his own graphic novels, but he makes a play on superheroes and things like that, and he does amazing work and really gives back to the community via his art. And this drum, it's a very beautiful drum. It is for sale too. It's done, made by Stanley Charging. It's called Whirlwind Bisons. A lot of stuff you can find here at our show. A lot of diversity. Another one by Roy Boney. Dear Chief, I love his play, on legends and things like that, and just his creativity. I used to have an office kind of close to his, and you'd see sketches on his desk, and he was always working on something. His mind is so amazing how it works. But I just love the old guy. It reminds me of the old Cherokees I grew up around when I was little bitty. The overalls, their work shirts, either their hand-rolled cigarettes or their pipe and their hats. Brings back a lot of memories. Here we go, Uktane, one of our legends, and this one's for sale, a little bitty piece, and it got second place in paintings. We've got a lot of very talented and very dedicated artists. Need a dress for a night on a town? Here's another one by Diane Thornton, Runway Ready. I love that. Runway ready. That's perfect. So come down, and I know a lot of these artists who make ensembles like that, they will make alterations for you to fit. You can buy it, take it home, whatever you want to do with it. But like I said, this one's for sale by Diane Thornton, a beautiful piece. And around this corner is the one I was talking about earlier. Then we'll hop and skip over to another table. But right here, Warrior Spirits by Matt Stick. And to all of our veterans out there, I just want to give a big shout out and a big wadon. Thank you. Thank you for what you did, for the sacrifices you made, for protecting our freedoms, for our fragile freedoms, that we can assemble. If we don't like what the government does, we can speak out. If we want to go attend our religious services, whether it be what we grew up with, or if we go to like a revival or anything like that, we can do that, all because of the veterans. And if you look at the demographics, I think per capita, Indians, Native Americans served at a greater capacity, than any other ethnic group during World War II. We remember the movie about the code talkers, in World War II, but also back in World War I believe the Choctaws were code talkers too. They stood up, and even when they weren't recognized as American citizens on their own homeland, they answered the call to defend their homeland, where they grew up, their sacred places, their ancestral homes. They answered the call because it was important. And not only for our Native veterans, but any background that has served this great country, thank you so much for doing that. This one's available by Matt Stick, so come down if you want to present it to someone, your favorite veteran, or just to honor someone, or put it like in a VFW hall. Please come down and check it out. Here's a beautiful one. Janet Feathers, dancing at the Bell Powwow. Bell Powwow's got a pretty big following, a pretty good sized gathering, and I like the intricate detail. If you guys want to squeeze in, like the pointillism. I'm trying to think of the artist who did that, but one of the masters from the 1900s. But I love how she adds that little detail, all the little textures in there. You can see in the details of the eagle feather fan. Just beautiful and beautiful. And I love how this just kind of almost like slides down the canvas. Ribbon Robes by Lynette Trotter. That'd be something very interesting to go in your office or at home. Very interesting conversation piece. I think that is just so cool. How it just almost like it's just running out of the canvas itself, running out of the frame. Very, very beautiful. Spirit Above All, Jennifer Yates. It's really cool. A couple of months ago, my wife and I were standing in the front yard, and we actually had an eagle fly over our house. And we count it as a blessing, as a message from God, saying everything was going to be okay, and just seeing that beautiful creature. But this is a beautiful picture behind glass. I think it's just absolutely gorgeous. Grandmother Turtle. I love how it's abstract, Joan Patterson. And it's down here for sale. If you're a turtle collector, you love turtles or the legend of Turtle. And when I do storytelling, I always refer to him as the magnificent warrior, Doxy. And he's also a good weather forecaster. Little secret here, if you ever see a couple of turtles crossing the road, it's going to rain. The Underground Panther by Micah Brooks. Beautiful detail. I love how this is done. This is amazing. A lot of dedicated and talented artists coming here year after year. I know I'm going to drive my guys crazy. I'm, like I said, bouncing around. But Mr. Troy Jackson. He's entered pieces like almost 6 foot tall. And here he's back again. He's a national treasure. And he is actually a really good teacher. I want to say 2 years ago, one of his students, a guy I knew from Hulbert, Oklahoma, he wanted to take a pottery class and decided to take it under Troy Jackson, entered it, and he placed, and it sold. And he was so proud of himself because he felt he was outside his comfort zone. But Troy's one of those amazing teachers, and he encourages, everybody to learn. And I believe his grandkids have entered off and on throughout the year. So he's willing to pass on this knowledge and wanting folks to express themselves artistically. I love this cedar box, Treasure Keeper, if you want to slide on in here. Now, when you come visit, be sure not to touch, but since I'm a volunteer here, I can. So it's a nice cedar box. If you want to keep your keepsakes in there, anything that's very sacred or important to you, it could be, a flag from a ceremony, or maybe some of your grandparents' medals from when they served. Got a beautiful cedar box right here, and it's aptly titled Treasure Keeper. Thank you, Gary Ferris, for entering. I Will Get the Mud. I love this, how they combine the deer horn, the deer antler, and the turtle shell. That looks really good. We have so many amazing people from, not just Cherokee, but they come from other federally recognized tribes that enter the art show, that come in, and show off their artistic drive, and just, it's just amazing. tools of the river. If you're an arrowhead collector, there's also a knife blade in this one. Some interesting points in there. He's got that for sale, and it just, like I said, another great conversation piece. And keeping up with our legends, this one is a Uktane done in corn husk. That's the first I've seen of that. That is pretty clever. I like that. And like I said, there's some amazing artisans. We'll go over to the youth table here in a little bit, but oh, and I know this woman, Jamie Murphy, a knife maker, and her son has entered also. They entered every year, past couple of years they've entered, but they've taken a knife making course like at the local Votech, and so they enter their pieces. And while we're talking about, sorry guys, I know I'm driving them crazy, but I love with the legend with our spider. I love how that's on the rattling gourd there. That's a beautiful, beautiful piece. And incidentally, I work with this woman. I work at Gadugi Corps, and I'll talk about them more here in a little bit. But as you can see, everything just varies and bounces around from whatever style they have. This big piece right here, Diamond Willow Rattler, it wasn't entered by youth, but it just looked beautifully on the table when they laid that out. And that's what I'm talking about, folks, just the inspiration, the variety. When I was talking about Jamie Murphy earlier, here's her son, Caden, and then a knife he made. Nice, beautiful wooden handle. I love the detail in this, and I love how he's learning and he's entering every year. And that actually feels like stone. I'll have to ask, but I mean, look how beautiful that is. He got a knife collector, and then he has one more. If that knife's too little for your taste, here you go. I like that nice green inlay on that handle. Beautiful, beautiful artwork. And this is the table for our youth. They've entered all sorts of beautiful pieces. They've done the basket weaving, the pottery, and this one made me laugh, and I love the creativity of our youth. This one, Pizza Rock. So saw something that inspired him. He painted it up, and he actually got an honorable mention. I mean, art is where you can find it, and what inspires you. And like we were talking about, Ron Mitchell coming in and entering this big, beautiful, beautiful piece. We're so thankful, that we have so many talented people coming to the show, willing to come back year after year, coming down here to the Chota Center, and there's plenty of foot traffic for the artists, so there's a chance that their pieces may sell or get, noticed or recognized. And it's a joy of volunteering. So if you want to volunteer, you can go to CherokeeNationalHoliday.org and look it up and maybe volunteer or just come down and check out the activities. Another one, just called The Turtle. And I like this. I love the beautiful colors. And it's just, very, very interesting, really cool. It's not really simplistic. I like how they incorporated, they painted in beadwork. I love their inspiration and weaving generations together. You got the small baby hand and possibly representing, it could be grandpa's hand too, Robert, he's a really good basket weaver and teaches those kids how to knock out baskets like crazy. This one already sold, Stomp. I like that. And back behind this glass, and it looks like he did paint on the glass, looks like he just took a piece of cardboard and used it as a backdrop. Whatever inspires you, like the Pizza Rock or this art piece right here, he used cardboard. Recycling, upscaling, I love it. And we'll let these guys pan down, and you can see the beautiful artwork. Elizabeth Hall, Wonderland of Creativity, and Jalagi, Wonderland of Creativity. Looks like she made some earring and made some jewelry. And she just wanted to express her creativity. Oh, Roadrunner. Roadrunner goes home. And some of these pieces I'm kind of seeing for the first time. It's just amazing what they've created. I love the shadow box here, a little inspired anime. Aurora Borealis, Layla Bowie, incorporating a little bit of Indian, Cherokee influence into looks like a little bit some anime. And then our superhero, Invincible, Eric Matthews Patton. I like that. You can tell he's a pretty good artist and loves the comics, loves the comic style. Photographs, pottery, and like this one that's beautifully glazed here, Lynn Wilson. I love how it looks, almost coppery on the inside. I mean, these people are doing an amazing job generating out some beautiful, beautiful pieces. So I'm going to pick on you, ma'am. Just a little bit of interview. I don't think we've met, have we?
No, I'm married. Well,
Kidding.
I think we have.
We
somewhere.
have. Lynn's your daughter, right?
Yes.
Yes, I went to high school with her, so yeah. So
Okay.
so anyway, so you come here every year pretty much, don't you?
Yes, I do. I've got some stuff in here.
Oh, you do. Oh, well, you have to. Where is it?
Baskets.
Okay, where is it? You have to show us.
One of them is my purse.
Oh, that oh, we talked about that earlier. Okay, so we mentioned it. Yeah. Okay.
And then that wall hanging over there.
Okay, the one with the turtle on it.
With the turtle on it.
Okay, awesome.
That's my work.
So you just work on them throughout the year?
Yes, I do. I just do whatever. Last year I had a lampshade in here. Did you see that?
Yes, I remember that.
I did that.
Yeah, I remember that. So.
Lynn's got it.
Well, she
wanted
better
it.
keep it.
Yeah, she wanted it, so I let her have it.
Well,
Anyway.
cool. I'm so glad you popped by. Thank you for letting us talk to you. So, and
Thank you.
behave yourself at the powwow. All right, thank you. Thank you. Our youth, how they're into beading, and they took care of that felt hat. Beautiful, beautiful work. This one kind of reminds me maybe of early Picasso. I like how it's just the simple colors and it just comes together, the motion. It's just, like I said, the kids are amazing. And when they see everyday things that inspire them, this one's called Max, Mimi, and Dinosaurs. Looks like Max was hanging out with Grandma and his dinosaurs in the background, just having a good old time. And so I guess he took that picture, wanted to enter it, and he got Deputy Chief's choice. Just, and that's what I encourage about anyone out there. You may have, not have taken up drawing or pottery, things like that. Like I mentioned that guy earlier from Holbert. He just tried it just because he wanted to, entered, and it sold, and he got an award. This picture, kind of simple, but hey, it struck a chord with the deputy chief. Just whatever you want to do to express your creativity, whether it be in basket weaving, pottery, textiles, or whatever. Hey, knock yourself out because we've got some beautiful, beautiful pieces. We're going to work our way down and wrap this up here in a little bit because there's some things I want to touch on, especially like this doctor's robe down here, this doctor's jacket. Beautiful. I love it how it's got the ribbon influence on it. It's got it in Cherokee, and I'm trying to remember my syllabary. I think it's God, no God, T, I think. I have to get a speaker in here, a teacher, but it's just called Dr. Al's Good Medicine, and so dedicated to our doctors. This beautiful pottery right here, Jane Austen. And as you can see, first place. Beautiful, beautiful piece. Entered in off and on throughout the years, and just some amazing artwork. We were here earlier. I got distracted by the Robert Louis doll, but I just wanted to show that off and show you guys what the amazing pieces that we have. So come on down to the Cherokee Holiday, the art show. I believe we're going to be here till 8 o'clock tonight. Tomorrow might be like 9 to 5, 8 to 5. You'll see the times listed on the holiday schedule. You can pick up the guide. We have the listings of everything that's going on, CherokeeHoliday.org. Like I said, I wanted to pitch where I work at is Gadugi Corps. We really like for folks to get out and volunteer, which is, the word they used is Gadugi, meaning community or working together, things like that. I was taught by an elder, Gadusi means town, but the spirit of Gadugi is like working together, and we're trying to teach our youth to give back. So if you're a high school student or college student wants to earn volunteer hours, they can come down and they can volunteer. We call it Gadugi Corps, and the number they can call if they want to get some information, 453-5000, extension 5982 or 5745. Like, for example, after storms, we have like limb removal, cleaning out debris, taking care of yards, things like that. There are certain qualifications, and guidelines we have to go by, but we're out there trying to help and trying to encourage the young people to give back and do something for the community, because that's what it's about. Because if we're going to live together, not only here, in Cherokee Nation, but around the world, we got to work together. So hopefully you guys will come down and check us out at Cherokee National Holiday. Forgive me if I spoke too fast. Very excited to be here, and if we can give a shot to our hard-working volunteers back here. Ladies, can you give a big wave? Quick wave? There we go. They're going to love me for that one. But anyway, hope you guys come out and check us out. Check out this artwork. Check it out. Buy something. Take it home. See some old friends. Folks who come down here year after year. But my name's Greg. I hope to see you guys down here. And in Cherokee, we don't say goodbye. There's a couple ways they could say it. You could say, "Dona da go ha'i," till we meet again. Or if you're a friend of mine, I'll say, "Go here," which means later. So hopefully see you guys down here. Hope you guys have a wonderful day.